Previously on Like It or Not.
Saying, stay in your lane, Instant Pot. Stay in your lane.
It's a blender that cooks.
Ooh, it really is bubbling. Whether I like it or not. Alright, well, to be honest, the jury's still out on this one.
Now, we finally find out if she likes it or not.
We purchased the Instant Pot Ace Plus blender. And I said at the end of it that the jury was still out on whether we liked it or not because we hadn't used it yet. Through the series, Can She Make It? I have put the Instant Ace Plus blender to the test to determine whether I like it or not. The bottom line is, I like it. However, there are a few things that I'm just not a huge fan of. And let's talk about what I love and what I don't love. I don't love how hard it is to clean it. And I don't mean that this process, where's the, I don't mean that this process right here and pressing the clean button isn't easy. That is easy. Absolutely it's easy. However, if you're making something and you just have just enough time to make something and then you have to wait for a while, the process of cleaning it is a little more difficult. Also, you can't get the base wet at all. So after you clean it, if there's any food residue at all in it and you have to really deep scrub it, it's a really tedious task of, let's pretend like this is the sink and this is not the sink. This is the countertop. I've got to take my nozzle sprayer and clean inside. If I had a regular faucet, this would be a nightmare. But since I do have a pull-down hose, it does make it easier.
I will say that it looks like some stuff kind of burned on the bottom a little bit.
Great. Yeah, it does look like the pepper burned at the bottom.
I'm setting this down in the sink. There is no water in here.
If food burns, well, it was a nightmare to clean it, but I figured out that if you throw in a dishwasher tab and put it up to a soup setting and then let it go, then it does clean it.
One of our commenters recommended using a non-stick oil spray for coating the inside of your blender.
I don't like that it doesn't come with any recipes. And what I mean by that is that you would think that in the box itself, in the owner's manual, that it would come with 3 or 4 tried and true recipes so that you didn't have to gamble or look it up.
Well, I think there's a reason for that.
I don't think he's a fan.
I guess that my big complaint is that there's really only like 3 or 4 things that you can do with it.
Well, would you like me to tell you all the things that you could do with it?
Well, I mean, for the most part, like we've made soups.
Yep.
We've made the Alfredo sauce, which was very good. I mean.
Yep, and that's not a soup.
And there's some dips that we haven't gotten around to trying yet.
Which we will in season 2.
But outside of soups, dips, and
Almond milk. Almond butter.
yeah. Now, and the almond milk, it is a lot greater in here than the other things. So it does do a lot better job than the blender did.
You mean the Ninja blender?
The Ninja, yeah. So outside of those things, is it worth having a second device?
Well, this is would be.
Yeah. Well, plus there's other things that, to be quite honest, to me, the Ninja works better at than this.
Such as? Other than cleaning it, because I've gone on a diatribe about that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, the blades are out. This thing?
Yeah, even if you couldn't get, even with
I mean, you better have to pull a power washer out to truly get in there and clean that thing without hurting yourself.
With the Ninja blender, even if you couldn't get the base wet, which, by the way, you can because it's not a blender that cooks, you take the blade out and you can clean it really well, and it can get wet. Anyway, with this, the blade's in there, and it's really difficult to get it OCD clean.
Yeah. And again, I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying that, like everything in their commercials, they make it sound like it's the do-all, end-all, greatest thing ever.
It's not.
But honestly, there's probably maybe 3 or 4 things that we do that...
I love it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
I'm saying, for most people, like, would you ever pay full price for this thing?
No.
No way.
No.
It cannot do enough stuff to justify that full price.
Let's see. What all did we try in season 1? We tried a smoothie, which, by the way, the Ninja blender could also make.
And I think the Ninja did it better. It had less problems of it when it was thicker.
It can make crushed ice. We've not done that because, you know. Nut butter done. Nut milk done. Not done oat milk. I might try that in season 2. Soup. I've tried both the soup 1 and the soup 2 button. And the potato leek soup and the broccoli and cheese soup were a real winner. Puree. That was the applesauce. Soy milk, I won't make. Rice milk, I won't make. So I've done all of the buttons. I mean, I would make rice milk, but I won't make soy milk.
Just give it my opinion.
Negative Nelly. He can find something negative about just about every single thing out there. It could be a 24-karat gold necklace.
24 karat gold is a lot softer metal. Bends easy.
See what I'm saying?
Just because I find the things that are negative does not mean that they are not true. And it does not mean that they are not facts.
I mean, what about this Carolina cup? Next thing you're going to tell me there's something wrong with it.
No, some things are just protected. It could be broken, leaking, it would still be perfect.
I thought you were going to say it condensates really easily.
I'm not stupid. I said there's some things that are just protected. Yes, dear, you look beautiful today.
No, so the app does have recipes, but here's the thing. The app has recipes for the Ace blender, not the Ace Plus blender. And it might even be the Ace Nova. I don't know. There's like 2 or 3 or 4 different Ace blenders.
Have you updated your app lately to see if there's a newer version?
Of course he would have a fix, but I'm pretty sure it's not that.
Well, I didn't know if one has come out since we...
Purchased it in June.
Yeah.
Go grab my phone.
Why do I make work for myself?
Anyway, there's cookbooks you can purchase for specifically the Ace Plus blender, but the Ace Plus blender itself should come with a basic 3 to 5 recipe booklet so that you could get started right away without having to look those up. I'm just saying. Well, what if I like it? What do I like about it? I like that I can make soups in this. Now, I'm not a soup eater, but my husband is. And my potato leek soup was pretty good.
Previously on Can She Make It?
You know you don't want to eat that yet. It's hot.
It's hot.
It's out.
Oh. Mm.
And the Alfredo sauce I made was pretty good, even though it did burn the bottom of the blender. But figured that out. The broccoli and cheese soup, he said, was pretty good. So we're coming into fall and winter, and I'm feeling that this thing is gonna make some soups. And I like that you can, for the most part, just put it in, turn it on, and walk away. Except for those with dairy, you've got to add that towards the end. Now, you may remember the smoothie episode where I had a lot of trouble with it. It's just because I didn't figure out the right liquid to frozen stuff ratio. And I tend to use the smoothie button twice because we don't like a gloppy, sounds like vomit smoothie when it like chunky. We don't like a chunky smoothie. We like a smooth, frozen, delicious smoothie. A smoothie is called a smoothie, not a chunky. It's very, very powerful. It's very pretty. I think I like it. Season 1 is done, but don't you worry, we'll be back for season 2. Anyway, we'll be back with some recap episodes of season 1, but first, watch some of our pizza stuff. We're still having Kitchen Mondays. So, stay tuned. Come back. You know you wanna. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye. And we're back. Creeped out yet? Did that Blendtec come in yet?
Huh?
It's another blender.
It's barely worth the $60, in my opinion.
69.
We've been exciting changes. Are you looking for fast and easy, delicious recipe ideas? So to get our free updated recipe app. And that was January 2019, and most of the comments are, "Hey, look, your recipe app thing is crap. There's not a dang thing in there that covers my device." So pretty much everyone's complaint is that their recipe thing is junk. So yes, it pretty much the internet agrees with you that their recipe app sucks, and there is just the freaking one, and yours is updated. So yes.